Hey, what's up you guys? I know I'm kicking it old school YouTube style, sitting on my floor, but here we are, finally giving you guys an update after 3 or 4 weeks of my absence. It's been just a crazy last couple of weeks. So much has happened. A lot of updates to come in this video, but I just want to say I'm sorry for my lack of being on this platform. I've been on Twitter and Instagram like crazy, but just haven't really posted much on here. A lot of good things have happened, some not so good, so here's where I've been for the last 3 or so weeks. Hey, what is up you guys? So it is Friday night, and yours truly drove herself here all the way to the beach, and I am so excited that I can finally just like go places by myself. I am very thankful for Johnny and for my mother-in-law for driving me around the last couple weeks, but this is just the most liberating feeling of just having some independence back. But yeah, I'm just hanging out by the beach. I mean, it is a beach. It's just not the beach that I know, or I'm used to, but hanging out by the beach for a little bit tonight, just kind of, I don't know, taking in the fresh air. Yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in on my tiny little improvements in life. I know it's not a lot, but when you have the independence kind of taken away from you and you have to depend on everybody for everything, it's just really hard. So, yeah. So it's Thursday. I'm sitting in the parking lot at my work because I just drove here from my appointment with the doctor today. That took all of 2 seconds. I was gonna vlog it, and then I realized I'm not kidding, we walked into the building at 8:05 and we were back in the car by 8:35. They literally looked at my knee and they're like, hey, you're doing okay. It's still attached, so you can go home. I was like, great. Yeah, not really any new updates as of now. I have physical therapy tonight. Hopefully we'll know more after that. Yeah, so sorry I didn't vlog it, but I literally walked in, sat down, then they brought me back. As soon as I sat down, they brought me back to the patient room, and then the doctor came in and was like, looks good. Okay, sweet. I was like, awesome. Anything else? Like, I saw him for less than a minute, so not sure why I drove like 20 minutes downtown Columbus during rush hour to go do that, but regardless, I'm at work now. At least it's a short week. I just wanted to update you before I left for my appointment. I am going to, I don't even know the name of the place, Infectious Disease Consultants, I guess is what it is. Basically, my doctor referred me to this infectious diseases place because they think they figured out that I have like a bacteria in my knee. They're not sure what it's from. That's part of the reason why I'm in this research study. So I'm gonna go figure out the type of bacteria it is and where we go from here as far as treating it before the second surgery. So I have no idea. I've never been to this place before, so I have no idea what to expect. So here's to hoping it goes well. Hey guys. So I just got back from the doctor. Well, I got back from the infectious diseases consultants. It went nothing how I anticipated at all. So drive all the way down there. Well, I drive like 20 miles to get to this different doctor. I get to the waiting room. I'm 10 minutes early because I try to be 10 minutes early to every doctor appointment in case there's paperwork to fill out, and usually there is, especially if you're a new client. So I get there 10 minutes early, and I know that normally doctors tend to be running behind, whether it's not even just doctors, but people in like the healthcare profession, so like dentists and doctors and chiropractors and whatever, they tend to always be running behind. So I was expecting, to maybe wait an extra 10-15 minutes. But I sat in the waiting room for an hour. I didn't even walk back to my scheduled appointment until 3 o'clock. And I was trying so hard not to be upset in that moment because I'm like taking off of work for this, During that hour of sitting in the waiting room, I mean, I can put in a clip, but this place just looked like where dreams go to die, okay? Like it was just, the walls were all brown and it looked straight out of like the 70s or 80s. And it's just like the crowd of people, the demographic of people that you see in the infectious disease consultant's place it made me feel a lot better about my lot in life. I mean, there were two little frail old ladies rolled in on giant stretchers, so in that moment I was grateful in a sense for this minor thing that I'm dealing with in my knee. Yeah, an hour goes by and they finally call my name. I walk back and the nurse goes over my chart and asks me a couple questions and she tells that the doctor will be in just a moment. And I kid you not, like 2 minutes later, which was crazy, doctor walks in and he explains to me that I have a bacteria in my knee. Now I don't look up the name here. Okay. The bacteria that I have in my knee is called I'm gonna write it down here, but I'm gonna try and pronounce it. Propionibacterium acnes. Cutibacterium acnes is relatively slow-growing, typically aerotolerant, anaerobic, gram-positive bacterium linked to the skin condition of acne. It can also cause chronic blepharitis and endophthalmitis, the latter particularly following inocular surgery. Okay, I just butchered that. But basically, that is the bacteria I have in my knee. It is just barely detectable on the skin of healthy pre-adolescents. So it's basically, I'm reading off of Wikipedia here, so it is usually just barely detectable on the skin of healthy pre-adolescents. It lives primarily on, among other things, fatty acids and sebum secreted by sebaceous glands in the follicles. It may also be found throughout the gastrointestinal tract in humans and many other animals. That is not the case with me. It is found in my knee. It's pretty gross. So if you want to go look it up on Wikipedia and read more about it, I'll put the name of it here. But basically I have a bacteria in my knee and they don't know how exactly it got there. I have a couple screws in my knee from my previous 3 ACL reconstructions, and they're worried that it could potentially be on those screws. Unfortunately, they couldn't remove the screws in this surgery I had 4 weeks ago for a variety of reasons, but basically they're worried that they don't want this bacteria to grow, so I get to be on antibiotics for the next 5 months until my surgery this fall. And that was basically the conversation we had. The doctor and I talked about a couple different options as far as what to do in the interim between surgery 1, which was 4 weeks ago, and surgery 2, which is ideally in November, maybe December. So yeah, I get to take a medication twice a day, every day for 6 months, which I know people take medication all the time. They have a lot worse things going on than I do. This is just not something I've ever had to deal with before, so kind of freaked me out. Still kind of freaks me out. So yeah, my appointment was, I think it was like 20-ish minutes between the nurse and the doctor talking to me, and then I left and I drove right back to work and was pretty peeved that I took that much time. However, I got some answers. That's really all that matters at this point, is just trying to figure out solutions to the problems I have. And, there's not much more I can do other than follow my doctor's advice, follow my physical therapist's advice, and just be patient. So if you're in a season of waiting like me, either for answers or for your surgery to start, or just waiting for the pain to subside, I understand. It's hard. It sucks. But we're put in seasons of waiting, to build our character. And I know people say it, but hindsight really is 20/20. Those seasons of waiting and just the time of having to be patient, it all has a purpose and it's all for good, even if we can't see it right now. Yeah, that was pretty much my appointment. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on how that went. I've been, as far as recovery goes overall from surgery number 1, I think I'm doing pretty well. My physical therapist says that I'm doing really well. I've been walking around. We made the deal last week at my appointment that I could either walk around with my brace on or walk around with one crutch. So like a crutch on this side, and then when I step forward with my bad leg, the crutch goes forward too. And I really hate wearing my brace. I don't know if anybody else really hates wearing their brace. It's not even like the big long brace. It's like the smaller brace. I mean, smaller, but it allows me to bend my knee. I just hate wearing braces, man. So I've just been walking around with the crutch at work because I work at a desk job. I'm not gonna sit with a brace on for 8 hours if I'm just sitting at my desk. So I've been doing that. I can go upstairs pretty well now, but going downstairs is still a challenge. Helpful tip, if you're having knee problems and you're struggling getting downstairs, turn around, hold onto an arm rail, and go down backwards. It's a little trick that my physical therapist taught me. She said I'm not allowed to use it forever, but I thought I would share that with any of you. It's seriously, it's a life changer. Sometimes I'm like running late for work and I can't afford to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like all the way down the stairs at my apartment. So I'm like, okay, turn around and like go backwards, and it's a little bit faster. I know it saves like 2 seconds of time, but at this point it's like the little things that are keeping me going. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, and I get to see my physical therapist tomorrow and we'll go from there. So let's go. So I'm on my way home from going to PT, and I am just feeling really encouraged by my progress, and so is my physical therapist. I tried like half squatting today and hamstring curls and leg presses, and I have made, in numerical terms, I was 23%, I don't know how my PT explained it, but basically in a bunch of medical terminology and that kind of thing, I haven't improved my progress by double from last week, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I'm just feeling really excited. I know that in a couple months I'll be back to 0, but for right now I'm just gonna be happy with where I'm at. To climb this hill. We already did that. My PT and my knee are gonna hate me later, but it's fine. So yeah, that's just where I've been and what I've been up to, and kind of some of the updates that have been going on as far as my knee goes. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out and being a part of this journey with me. I'm going to post an FAQ video, I think, because I get a lot of questions from friends and family and usually people on Instagram just about my knee injuries. I wanted to kind of address those, and hopefully I'll be able to post that here in the next little while. Hopefully in less time than work has been insane, my family life has been, I mean, I have all the excuses in the book, but I really want to try and put an effort into this platform because I really enjoy the community that's here. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow along on my knee journey, click subscribe and like this video. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.